Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. As you have read in the title, in this video I'll be doing a rant about Nokia phones, but not the smartphones because those are good. The rant I'll be doing about are the feature phones that they have released over the last decade. Like trust me, these phones are the dumbest, the most useless and the worst phones I've ever seen. So the phones that we are talking about here are like the Nokia 130, 150, like 220, 225, all those phones that they have released, calling them 4G phones, like those are the worst. And as we all know that nobody likes to watch rant videos, they are boring, they lack material, but this one's gonna be good. Trust me, this one's gonna be good. So keep watching and let's start the video. So near the millennial, when Nokia started making Java phones, that was peak Nokia. Nokia could not have been better than that. That was the best that they were ever at. So what I liked about these Java phones was that they were all interconnected. Like before the Java phones were just bricks that could make calls. But when Java came around, you could use the internet, send emails, and you can transfer files using these phones, and you can even sideload apps on them, and you can also install them from the app store that was on the phone. So like Java was the smartphone before the smartphone came around. There was some good Samsung or Motorola Java phones, but Nokia really made the most revolutionary inventions with the phones. Like some of them had better cameras, meanwhile some of them had better body, some of them had better software, and some of them had better battery. So like these phones were the best at everything that you could think of. Like the phones that I'm talking about here are like the X2, the Nokia X2. That was a great phone, had a great body, had superb games, the camera, it could use the internet, and really good for the time. So this was the good Nokia, the Java phones, the best phones. Now let's come to the bad Nokia. The phones that I'm talking about now are the phones that they've recently released. The ones I mentioned at the start of the video. 130, 150, 220, all these weird phones. So since HMD Global took over after the whole Windows thing, they could not manage the flip phones or the button phones. They all put their focus on the smartphone, which have gotten better, but they forgot about the feature phones that were the thing that they were known for. Like these phones, the screens suck. Like the actual display is really beneath the plastic on top, and that screen is so low quality that you cannot imagine. Their cameras, bro, they were even like lower than 2 megapixels. I can't even see a single thing when I click a photo. You can't browse the internet, you can only send messages, and you can receive calls. That's like useless. That's the phone from like 2002 that I would never like to buy. Then I don't understand that why are they selling these phones in 2020 and rebranding them as good phones. Meanwhile they are not. You can only put files on them using SD card, and you can't even like do a proper transfer from using a PC software because there is none. Let's get to the games on these phones. These games are the worst games I've ever seen. Like when my father bought the 130 thinking that it was a good phone, the games it included was Snake Senzia, a very downgraded version, and that version sucked. It had a game called Danger Dash, which is a Super Mario ripoff, and that game, bro, it sucks. After that we got Airstrike, a copy of Space Shooter, that too sucks, and at last we have got like Ninja Run and Nitro Racing and some of the very weird games. And these games were 2D and they lacked so much material. They did not even have any animations. It was just sprites like going over the screen. These games were the worst. If you remember games from the older times, like I remember when my father's Nokia X2 was still around, that phone had such interesting games I could not stop playing them. Even today, some of the games, like I don't remember the name of the game, where you could like dig stuff and find diamonds and go on adventures. That game was so fun that I still can't find a game that compares to that one. Those old games were gold, pure gold, but these new games, man, these suck. Those old Nokia phones, they had 3D games, but these none. These phones run an OS called Series OS, and this OS is the most ugliest OS I've ever seen. There are no animations, and the UI, that's pure bad, and you can't even sideload any apps. Like the old phones, they had app stores built into them. The Java store, the Opera web store, where you could install apps and games from, and you could also sideload .jar games. But on these phones, man, you can't even do anything. Whatever is on that phone is on that phone. You can't go further than that. I want to show you a little comparison that I find really interesting. So, when in 2007, when Steve Jobs was introducing the iPhone, he was completely bragging about the thing. Like, it could do this, it could do that. But let me break it to you that Nokia could do more than that, and it was released like 2 to 3 years prior to it. Like, the iPhone did not have an app store when it first released, but Nokia phones had two of them. And if any of one of you remembers the Migo phone, the one that came before Windows, that phone was like, it was over the top and it was ahead of its time. If you compare that phone's functionality and its features to phones now, you can't even say that it's something out of 2011. That phone was so ahead of its time. Like, at that time, the Android UI and the iPhone UI were all 3D and blocky and all very rough and stuff, but the Migo phone, it was as polished as it can get, and that phone's UI is still comparable to UI now, and it will not lag behind on anything, let me tell you. And the iPhone was so like overrated, and even the Android, they just had bigger screens and that's it. They were not any better than the Nokia phones. So at the end, like, I get that some Nokia phones have been released that are good, like the 8810 or the 3310, the rebranding one, but those phones still don't cover up for all the shitty stuff that Nokia has been doing behind the covers. Like, these phones are so bad that they take away the quality that was with the name. Back in the years like 2004, 2005, that if you want to buy a phone, that Nokia is the phone. Like, at that time, Nokia was the phone. You could not get any better than Nokia. But nowadays, my father did the same thing. He bought the 130 and he was so disappointed, and so am I. I really hope that Nokia put some thought into what they are doing, because just 2 to 3 good phones don't make up for the whole market. So that was the whole video. I think you liked it. If you did, please like, and if you've got anything to say, then comment, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye.